Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Palani Sri Subramaniam Pillai is a great legend. We are going to see some more interesting ideas of his. Before I get into the class, I will start this class with a Thirukkural. Pariyadu கூர்ங்கோட்டது ஆகினும் யானை வெறும் புலிதாக்குரின். What is the meaning of it? யானை பருத்த உடம்பை உடையது. Elephant is very fat and mighty. கூர்மையான கும்புகளை உடையது. Tusks. It has large tusks and sharp tusks too. ஆயினும் ஊக்கமுள்ளதாகிய புலி தன்னை தாக்கினால் அதற்கு அஞ்சும். But the enthusiastic tiger, if it attacks the elephant, it will be afraid of it. And that's the crux of this, about the enthusiasm. A person who's enthusiastic can do a lot of things, achieve a lot of things, and that's the crux of this Thirukkural. With this good thought, I'm entering into the class. Today we're going to see Misra Chappa lessons, the basic lessons. And I would like to table here the approach towards Misra Chappa and approach towards Misra Jambai, especially the Patta Aksharam, the 10-beat cycle. The forte is Palani school because they have several varieties. Another special aspect of Palani school, I would say, is the Misra Nadai approach. I still have a recording of Palani Subramaniam Pillai and his disciple when Trichy Shankaran, they used to play together in yesteryears, in 70s. And 20 minutes they played for Mishra Karakkal. Actually, this was given by Kalidas Mama to me. And he gave me several references of Palani school, of Akshay Anand playing, like Nannu, L. Subramaniam playing, Ashok playing, and his own grandsons. And just to understand the intricacies of the Palani school. And Kalidas Mama is a veteran, and though he learned for 1 or 2 years from, I think he learned for about close to 2 years from Palani Subramaniam Pillai sir, the later point of time. But he picked it up quite well, and he has understood, and most importantly, and he had never deviated from his thinking or approach of only staying with that school. And that's one of the greatest credits. Like, if you look at my purview, I actually wanted to, being an amateur professional, and also being into the IT, I wanted to have a continuous touch with the industry and the updates. I sought to different schools, but there are people who stay with one school and shone like a jewel. And I would say there are people like Murthy Mama. He was very close only with Vaidyanatha here. Like if you look at Karakudi Mani sir, and he evolved himself into his own school. Normally the references were who is your guru, but now in Mani sir's case, and he was coming, Mani sir's guru is that person. So he got that sort of a revolution in this century. So, and if you look at people like Kalidas Mama, Trichy Shankaran, they stayed with only one school, and then they were very staunch followers of that school. And there were very few people. But if you look at people like Thiruvarur Bhaktavachalam sir or Sri Mushnam Raja, they have diversified their learnings, like they have taken it from all the schools and make it very, very interesting. And I feel there's nothing wrong. It's individuals' likes and dislikes of how to go about it. but it gives a good entertainment aspect of it and keeps the audience engaged, and that way those people are all celebrities and they've also contributed, like Patri Satish Kumar, like has created a revolutionary play. Mele Kaveri Balaji, as a matter of fact, I think he's a staunch, his father, he learned only from his father and he stuck to his father's school, but he innovatively, he came out with a lot of covers and things like that. So it's like a mixture of people, like it's how you really want to have your style established. But there's nothing wrong, no one right method this way or that way, but end of the day you need to play it right. Play it right for the thalam and play it rounded. You should have a clarity in what you do, and that's the key. So having said this, though I've digressed from the topic, I thought these are all important aspects what I felt I wanted to table as part of my academy. So let's get into the actual class. Tad-deem, tat-tad-deem, tak-a-deem, tat-tad-deem. The way the gracefully enters the Mishram is so beautiful. Tad-deem, tat-tad-deem, tak-a-deem, tat-tad-deem, deem, tat-tad-deem, tak-a-deem, tat-tad-deem, deem, tat-tad. You have to, that pause you have to understand. Deem, tat-tad-deem, deem, tat-tad-deem, tak-a-deem, tat-tad-deem, tat-deem, tat-tad-deem, taka-taka-deem, tat-tad-deem. Now he connects the first line, taka-taka-deem, and it's so subtly done. Tat-deem, tat-tad-deem, taka-taka-deem, tat-tad-deem, deem, tat-tad-deem, taka-taka-deem, tat-tad-deem. So there's a pause, there is a connection towards the end. You have to be very careful when you play all this. When there is a 3-beat and a 4-beat combination, Mishram itself is difficult, and into that, if you have to give a pause in one place and you have to extend it in another place, you have to be careful. Plays it and looks like it's very simple, but it is so subtle, and you have to get these nuances. Then he plays the Tirvanam. Tadink-dum da, tadink-dum da, tadink-dum da. How he plays? Tadink-dum da, tadink-dum da, tadink-dum da. It's a 6.5 beat Tirvanam, and subtly he plays with a pause along with deem, tat-tat-deem, taka-deem, tat-tat-deem, deem, tat-tat-deem, taka-taka-deem, tat-tat-deem, tadink-dum-da, tadink-dum-da, tadink-dum. Where he starts, where he finishes, and that's the beauty. You have to really appreciate the aspect, how he has excellently formulated even this simple lesson. Let's get into learn few more aspects of his sequences. Tad-deem, tat-tad-deem, gugutaka-deem, tat-tad-deem, deem, tat-tad-deem, gugutaka-deem, tat-tad-deem, tad-deem, tat-tad-deem, gugutaka-deem, tat-tad-deem, deem, tat-tad-deem, gugutaka-deem, tat-tad-deem, taka-deem, ta, taka-deem, ta, taka-deem, ta. Oh, brilliant. deem, taka deem, ta. So if you want to continuously play gugutaka deem, ta, gugutaka deem, ta, gugutaka deem, ta. You have to play like that. So this is next lesson of using gugutakadim, tadim, tatadim, takadim, tatadim. Slowly he introduces some aesthetic value into it. Then next the way he constructs it, let's see it. Tadim, tatadim, gugutakadim, tatadim, dim, tatadim, gugutakadim, tatadim, tadim, tatadim, gugutakadim, tatadim, dim, tatadim, gugutakadim, tatadim, tatadim, ta, tatadim, ta, tatadim, ta. Next one, gugutakadim is converted into takadakadadim, tatadim, tatadim, takadakadadim, tatadim, dim, tatadim, takadakadadim, tatadim, tadim, tatadim, takadakadadim, tatadim, dim, tatadim, takadakadadim, tatadim, takadakadadim, takadakadadim, takadadim, takadadim. Here, the Tirmanam is classic. A classic combination of half. Taka, half. Tagadana, 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 digi is, tagadana, tagadana, tagadana is 1.5 beats. Tha is 1 beat, 2.5. Tagadana, 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 ding, 2 and 1/4. Tagadana dim, tagadana dim. Tagadana dim, tagadana dim is 1 and 3/4. Tagadana dim, tagadana is 1 and 3/4. Tagadana dim, tagadana dim. Tagadana dim, tagadana dim. So it comes after 1 beat. The is 1 and 3/4. So it's a combination of half plus 2.5 plus 2 and 1/4 and 1 and 3/4 makes it 7 beats. So that's the Tirmanam. So much of nuances into it, and he has built it and played into the sequence. Then he gets into Taddina. So that's how he gets into Taddina. So the way he gets into Taddina is, it's a unique way of getting a blended of Taddina. The combination of Dum and Nam makes a big difference. Ruggedness. Then he gives a gap. Taddina, taddin, din. Then he gives a pause. Then he gives a pause. All these nuances are Palani schools. So let's see some interesting ideas based on this. Here, as you play, this is one of the Tirmanam. Ta, kudum ta, ta, kudum ta, ta, kudum ta. That's the Tirmanam he plays for Taddindina. Now, then he extends Taddindina. We will see how he extends the Taddindina. Now, instead of that, ta, 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 ta. All he uses the arachapa. The beauty is for taka, tang, tang, ta, tang, tang, ta, tang, tang, ta. This is a perfect way of looking at it to a binocular lens. But how he plays? Next way he gets into Tadindina. Takatakadim, ta, takatakadim, ta, takatakadim, ta. So that's how he approaches for Tadindina. Tadindina. Then he gets into Dantakadindina. So that's one way of playing. The second lesson, that's another way of playing the same lesson. Now, using this pattern, you can actually play takka kedataka kedataka talang, takka kedataka gugunala talang. These are all the patterns of Palani school which are aesthetically brilliant. He uses in each thala. Whatever the thala you go for, whether it's Aditalam or Rupakam or Mishram, the prayer of Padha Pramadama Padha. Famous phrase of Palani school. Appo, the bass is takka kedataka kedataka talang is the bass. At the talang kuda fulla vasika matter. Talang takka kedataka kedataka talang din na. Anga or pause. And the pause cut panra chudha beauty talang takka kedataka talang that din takka kedataka talang din na. Anga or pause unna arambikiricha or pause. That gives the embellishment to the way of playing. like this in the Misram stamp of Tala. So this is how you have to establish the Misra chapel in a much rugged way, rather than ta-din-na, ka-din-din-na, ta-din-na, ka-din-din-na, ta-din-din-na, ta-din-na. way of playing. Tadin, tadin, the rhythm, tagadin, tadin. Then he also uses the Misram frame itself. Tadin, 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 din, tadin, 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 din, tadin, 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 tadin. He introduces the Tisram format that within the Mishram suddenly higher form of 7 and he makes it into much more brilliant form. So these are all the several learnings are there in fact in any school whatever you take, but you can't cover every aspect of it into the class. But these are all the nuances I wanted to table as part of the basics. I'll see you in the next class with much more interesting ideas of tajjanu junnu tajjunu tajjunu tajjunu. Let me conclude this class with the Tirukkural. உரம் ஒருவருக்கு உள்ள வெறுக்கை அஃது இல்லார மரம் மக்கள் ஆதலே வேறு. What is the meaning of it? ஊக்கம் மிகுதியே ஒருவனுக்கு திண்ணிய அறிவாகும். If a person is enthusiastic, that's the greatest knowledge he possesses. That's what this Tirukkural states about. ஊக்கம் இல்லாதவர் மரத்திற்கு சமமானவர். If a person lacks that enthusiasm, that person is compared to a tree. And what is the difference between the tree and the person? மரங்களோடு அவர்களுக்குள்ள வேறுபாடு யாதெனின் அவர்கள் உருவத்தால் மக்களாய் இருப்பதே ஆகும். When you compare, what is the difference? Then the tree is a tree, and just that you have a shape of a person with abilities of the sixth sense, and that's the only difference, nothing more. So you need to have the enthusiasm to make a differentiator, to be a differentiator than the others. With this good thought, I'm concluding this class.